Okay, my name's Marty, and I'm just going to show you guys a quick walk around of this Jeep that we have on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. I think the bidding ends today, so I'm going to post this so hopefully it answers any questions. You're looking at 1984 Jeep CJ7. It was repainted about 4 years ago. We've got 35-inch BF Goodrich mud terrain tires. They still have a lot of tread. The front tires are cupped a little bit because I tow it behind my RV, but overall the tires are in great shape. We're running on modified and rebuilt Scout Dana 44 very heavy duty axles equipped with 456 gears and ARB air lockers front and rear. To the front, we've got the stock front steel bumper. I put that on because the overall goal of this Jeep was to have a very well built trail capable Jeep that can do the Rubicon, the Fordyce Trail, or Sierra Trek, Barrett Lakes, Moab, anything, but still have kind of as close to a stock look as possible. We have the Warn winch, and I believe this is, it's actually 8,000 I. It's one of the integrated. It's probably one of the most expensive Warn winches, but really reliable. LED lights for at night. The springs are stock leaf springs, installed as a leaf over, which gives it about 4 inches of lift over stock, but keeps the stock ride. Another really cool feature that I've liked is these rock rails with the step. And if you look, they actually integrate all the way back to the frame. Gives a lot of protection, but tucks everything in real nice. And the kind of stock looking hubcaps with the emblems, I thought that was a nice touch as well. And we'll come around to the back. And there's custom made rear tire swing carrier, and some tow points, and again all the stock emblems are still in place. It's overall a very clean Jeep. We're going to go for a ride right now. The first thing we're going to do is just do a cold start. So here we go, we started it. Let's look at oil pressure is good, it's charging good. I'm going to go ahead and start the air conditioner and get that going. And in a couple minutes, we're going to actually check the temperature of the air coming out of the AC so we can show you how cold that is. And we'll go ahead and get this out on the road and shift it through the gears. Show inside. So, we are in a 40-year-old Jeep. And yeah, it drives like a 40-year-old Jeep, but that said, it drives very good for a 40-year-old Jeep. It drives straight, there's no weird bump steer, there's no death wobble, it stops straight. The engine is fuel injected, so it always starts really easy. It is noisy, we've got a soft top, but all said, I mean, there's no weird rattles and squeaks or anything. It drives nice. You can see it's driving nice and straight, shifts through the gears smooth. And we'll go ahead and pause this. We'll get this up to 55 miles per hour so you can see what it's like. Okay, so this just kind of shows you the air temperature, what's coming out of the vent. It's about 37, 38 degrees. So we're just cruising down some country roads, 35, 45 miles per hour, to give you an idea what that feels like. As you can see, it steers nice, nothing weird. I've driven a lot of Jeeps where they just don't go straight down the road. That's not a problem with this Jeep. Okay, we're going to head out onto the highway and get up to highway speeds. So you can see it accelerates nice and easy. I'm not getting on it. So it's real nice and smooth. basically with the granny low 4-speed, you've got really a 3-speed transmission, and the first gear is a granny low. I don't even use it on the road. We're going 55 miles per hour right now. As you can see, no wander, no vibration. It runs real smooth. We're doing 60 right now, and it's noisy, but very comfortable. This is a Jeep that you can drive to the trailhead, do the trail, and drive it home. But again, remember, it is a 40-year-old vehicle. It's not going to drive like a modern car by any means. We're just showing you the gauges. We've been driving for about 10 minutes. It's near 90 degrees out. You can see the temperature is still nice and cool. Everything's charging good, and oil pressure is solid. Air conditioning blowing nice and cold. So that should give you an idea how it runs. I'm just going to show you a little bit on the off-road aspects of the Jeep. It does have manual worn hubs, and it's got the good ones, not the cheap plastic ones that came with the Jeep brand new. So we're going to lock that in on this side, over on this side. Okay, I already disconnected the sway bar, so it does have the sway bar disconnect. I'm going to put it in low range. I think if you read through my ad, you know that it's got the 4-to-1 transfer case, and the first gear on the transmission is 6.32 to 1, and what we have in the axle is 4.56. All that up to almost 120 to 1. So you'll see in this video that it has a really slow crawl ratio, which is great for off-roading, especially when it gets really technical in the rocks. I don't have rocks here, but I have a pump track that my son-in-law built a few years ago, and I'll just take the Jeep through that. You can see how it articulates and crawls. Okay, so again, we got the 4-speed transmission. I'm going to be putting it in granny low, and this is the transfer case. I'll be pulling that all the way forward, and that puts that in 4 low. One thing while we're looking at this, there is no parking brake. Just thought that was worth noting. That was done by the previous owner who originally built the Jeep, and that's because it conflicts with the roll bar. And with such a low gear ratio, you just put it in granny low when you park it, and that's your parking brake. So just thought that would be worth noting. And we'll go ahead and show you how it works in low range. Okay, so when you're off-road, you can see your air locker switches are right here. That one turns on the compressor, and that one locks in the rear, and that one locks in the front. And you have continuous full-time four-wheel drive going to all wheels. put that. Hey, I hope you found this little video enjoyable and informational, and I hope that answers most of your questions about this Jeep. As you can see, it's got decent road manners for a 40-year-old Jeep that is really built for the trail. It handles the road quite well. I've actually driven it from the Bay Area to the Rubicon Trail, did the trail, and drove it back home. Not something that you would say about most Jeeps, but of this vintage, it is a good one. So thank you for watching.